Two
about
more.
Oh
Steven
Lord.
Jackson and this beef with Lamar Peters, who's been playing in 1v1. For those that don't know, Lamar Peters played his college basketball at Mississippi State, averaged 11 a game, 4 assists, was highly touted coming out of high school, has played for the Westchester Knicks in the G League, averaged a shade under 18, 7 assists. Um, Nearly
That
three
boy
rebounds
Lamar
at that
nice,
time.
bro.
Also has played in Greece and played overseas, right? But this, and that was back in
Oh God,
2021.
he
He's
moving and
had some
grooving.
injuries and some things, but
Mm.
as of the last year, year and a half, he's popped back up. Playing on the one
Nice.
v
Oh,
one
nice
scene. He
pass.
had that highly touted matchup against Uncle Scoob, and
That
he
was crazy.
also played, or he will be playing against JT Terrell uh, in North Carolina. So look out for that. But a lot of these players, they end up finding professional careers somewhere, especially people like him who has played, on a high level, G League, things like
I'm
that. The
telling you,
Big
bro.
Three is a home, becomes a home for players like Frank Nitti to show what they can do. And
Frank Nitty not
Steven
even in it this
Jackson
year.
is going to talk about, uh, a conversation he had with Lamar Peters. But why is
Bro,
Steven
Lamar should
Jackson
be
going
in
to
the
say
NBA,
what
bro.
he
Hands
said? Let's
down.
look at the interaction between
LP is
himself and Steven
killing in these
Jackson on
clips in
Instagram,
GTA.
because this came
Hey,
across my timeline
Bro, he
today. It
should be in the
says,
NBA.
at Stack 5 ain't no real ninja.
yeah, we
Dude
talked about that in
cap
a
like
previous
a
video.
MFing weirdo. Caught my attention. Um, then he says, should have knew dude was lame when he checked in with O Block, shaking my head. Now, a lot of people have called Steven Jackson out about that, but, did you feel like he was a lame before this opportunity squandered or after? Let's get Steven Jackson's side of events, and I'm going to give you my full take on this.
Bless you, baby. Morning, world. I just don't be understanding you niggas, man, who be raising you niggas. So, y'all know I gave Frank Nitti and Hezzy Guard the opportunities to come in at Big Three. Drafted Frank Nitti
So this is obviously Steven Jackson's response to all of this.
times. I tell Frank Nitti every year, bro, if it's a spot, if I can draft you, and there's not nothing that we need that's better, I'm going to draft you. All you got to do is ask him. I tell him that every year because I want to continue to give him opportunities, because a lot of these other teams and players ain't going to give street balls players opportunities, right?
That's fair.
So I do it. I don't know this cat Lamar Peters. Never met him in my life, y'all. He wasn't on nobody's draft board. Listen to me. He wasn't on nobody's draft board. I reached out to him and told him, I said, bro, I'm going to draft you. I'm going to draft you. We got 2 picks. I don't know why our first pick going to be. I'm thinking we're going to have a mid-first round pick. You dig what I'm saying? I'm going to draft you. I'm going to give you an opportunity to Big Three. This is exactly what I told him. Called him and all that. I did tell him that. Draft night come. We get the second pick. It's NBA pro, a champ, well-known, probably the best player in the draft is available for us to get at the second pick. In the Big Three, the captains have a say-so. At least with my team, maybe that's why I have the most championships. But my players have a say-so. We was able to get...
I'm about to look up the second pick.
Our second pick, and we didn't draft Lamar. That was a business choice and a smart choice. And him and all his millions and whoever mad, I don't give a You're not ready to be a professional, bro.
Jordan McRae was the second pick.
By NBA.
Jordan McRae was the second pick, chat. Real quick, let's look up Jordan McRae. We're going to look up Jordan McRae after you finish.
Team, you wouldn't call them saying all the clown says that don't move me, bro. You're not ready to be a professional, bro. Because if you got cut by an NBA team, you wouldn't call them saying all the clown says that don't move me, bro. That let me know you broke and emotional. You know what I'm saying? You counted your eggs before they hatched. That ain't my fault. I don't do that. But you're not a professional. I've been cut 27 times, promised all kind of jobs before I got to the NBA. You don't do that, bro. That's why you in the position you in. But I ain't gonna belittle you because you're embarrassing yourself, dog. You don't even know it. You and all the people that's jumping on your side, you can tell y'all ain't never accomplished nothing. Y'all ain't never been pros. And y'all ain't never did real business, bro. So if you think this gonna help you get in the big three, dog, it ain't. Now you want to talk about everybody in the big three because you not in, bro. That's not the way to handle it. And this attitude is why you never been a pro, my nigga. Don't count your eggs before they hatch, bro. Just be happy I was gonna give you an opportunity. Like I gave Frank White and Hezzy got an opportunity. The first to do it. But you know what? God work in mysterious ways. I'm glad you flashing out like this, bro. Because I escaped the problem. You would have been a problem. And you don't deserve to be in this league, bro, because of your attitude. So I'm glad you're jumping on the internet and doing all this clown shit, bro. I'm glad you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm glad you're doing it because you're embarrassing yourself. And everybody that's with you, embarrassing themselves too, bro. This is why, the plain reason why you're not a professional and you wasn't nobody else on nobody else's draft board, bro. Because you're not ready. You probably don't even know how to guard a pick and roll, bro. Y'all think y'all can
Nigga, come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Bro,
come in this big three and just score. Ask Frank White. Ask Frank Nettie. Ask Nas how different this is, bro.
Come on, man. Come on now, man.
Bro.
That boy played Euro League.
Bro, that's what. Bro, here's the thing, bro. This nigga Steve A. Jackson, bro, be talking like, nigga, he was a superstar in the NBA and shit. Like, bro, my nigga, you was a role player. Second of all, bro, nigga, Lamar was a top 10 draft pick in the NBA draft. I think, 2018, 2019 draft, one of them two drafts, he was a top 10 draft pick, bro. I think he tore his ACL before the draft, and that's why he didn't get drafted or whatever. I think he tore his ACL, bro. But he played in the G League. He played in the Euro League. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, bro, you kept a promise, bro. You promised Lamar you was going to draft him, bro. You told him that, bro. You should have kept your promise. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't going to draft him, you should have told him heads up. You know what I'm saying? But, nigga, you promised him that you was going to draft him, and then you did some whole shit like that. Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, nigga, that's some lame shit, bro. That shit lame as fuck, bro. Like, real talk, bro. That shit lame.
He played in the G League. Come on, man.
And
he know how to guard a pick and roll, Stak. Come on, Stak.
Anybody would have drafted you
what I'm saying,
over a
bro.
non-professional champ, they don't need to be a coach or running no team, my nigga. Wish you well, fool. But this ain't gonna get you nowhere.
I will
What's
say,
happening, man?
he makes a valid point in the way Lamar Peters responded to not getting drafted, right? I would say wrong. It's two people that are wrong here. I believe both of them are wrong here. I believe if Stak made a promise and he stood on his word,
that's what I'm saying.
He gave Lamar Peters his word that he was going to draft him. I believe he is wrong for not drafting him. But like
that's what I was saying. I was like, he promised Lamar he was going to draft him, and then he didn't draft him, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not a man of your word, bro. That's all I was saying. Like, if you wasn't going to draft him, you should have told him, like, hey, I may or may not draft you. Depends on who's on the draft board. You know what I'm saying? Because said it like that instead of just like, oh, I'm going to draft you, bro. I promise I'm going to draft you. We'll do, and then you don't draft him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of fucked up. And then, I mean, I get why Lamar crashing out, bro. But at the same time, bro, you got to keep it professional, bro. You can't let that just get you all wound up and just go on the end of the day. Like, you got to play it cool and go on about your day, bro.
he said, this is a business, and they got the number 2 overall pick. They got the number 2 overall pick, and as a result, they got a chance to get the best player in the draft according to Stak. So in terms of that, it is a business. This is just like the NBA. The Big Three, NBA is just like, hey, It's a business. I mean, we've seen a lot of instances in the league where some of our favorite players got done dirty, and they say it's a business. So this is a business.
That's true. It just fucked. I mean,
business here as well. That's number one. So what I will say is I don't believe Stak is right. He should have stood on his word. But as a businessman, you have to understand that he made a business decision for his team to win a championship. And with Jordan McRae, he felt like that was the best decision after talking to his captains and co-captains. Now, what I feel like Lamar Peters is wrong is he's very entitled to how he feels about this situation, being that he got a call from Stak saying that I will draft you, and the fact that Lamar Peters didn't even get a chance to go to the combine to show his talents to any team that may be interested in him, like a 305 or a Detroit Amps or the Dallas team, the Dallas Power, something like that, or the Los Angeles team with Dwight Howard and Nick Young. I think he has every right to be angry because he did not get a chance to show his talents because, like Stak said, nobody even knew he was on that draft board. Nobody even knew him but Stak. So I think Stak did a disservice by telling him he was going to draft him, and as a result, LP didn't even go to the combine, right? But I think what LP went wrong here is the way he went on the internet to talk about his anger or his discomfort with this situation. Now, as a result, everybody in the league will know how he feels about Stak and how he goes about things when it doesn't go his way.
That's facts.
That's just a fact. That entire league that quickly knows how Lamar Peters acts when things don't go his way. And as a result, he will never get an opportunity because of that. If he would have played this cool, called Stak on the phone, be like, hey, bro, I understand whatever the case may be. I thought you told me you was going to draft me. What happened? Right?
That's what I was saying. I was like, he could have just played it cool. He could have hit Stak up personally and try to feel like, hey, why you didn't draft me? You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to the internet and making it like a big scene, whatever. Which, I mean, he got every right to feel how he feel. Don't get it wrong. Like, he was promised to get drafted, and then he didn't get drafted. So he got every right to feel how he feel. But he could have went about it a different way instead of the way he went. You feel me? So, and BL was right. Like, you posting that shit, the big three NBA, like, they see all that shit, and then they ain't gonna draft you because, like, they draft you, cut you, they gonna know how you react to shit. You may not get another opportunity and that shit. So, BLS is right. Lamar could have went about it a different way, but Stak should have kept his promise, and he didn't keep it. So,
call Stak and you be like, yo, what happened, bro? I thought y'all said y'all was going to draft me. Can you just, let me know what happened, whatever case may be? And Stak probably would have described to you the situation at hand with Jordan McRae being available, and they got an early draft pick in the draft. And as a result, you're still in good graces with Stak. He may hit up another team for you and the undrafted, and you may go undrafted, and you may sign the same way Najee Core did or the same way Bino did that season or last season. Right, so I think the way
that is true.
LP went about this and being loud about everything is not a good look for him and his brand in this situation, because this is not like the YouTube scene where you're loud about something and then a matchup gets set up, or like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't rage bait anybody in this type of world. This is a corporate world where a lot of TV dollars are at stake, and things have to be ran professionally all the time. And as a result, I don't know if LP is going to get another opportunity based on the way he handled this situation. Probably I think a phone call goes a long way in this situation. But I do want to read some of you guys' let's see, some of the comments. I had commented, Mike Harden commented, probably don't know how to guard a pick and roll, man. Be for if you couldn't hold your end, just say that, dog. This is nasty work. Then you got DJ O right here. This is the same story. You tell folks how NBA did you. Think about it. You handled this wrong, OG. He looking at you, not on business, looking at you as a man, stand on your word. And that's a fact, too. That's a fact, too. There's two sides to this, as a man and as a businessman. And let me tell you something. Those two things are so far away from each other. Even I come and I said, wow, so you told him and then went back on your word. I was wondering why I didn't see him at the combine. Bad bump here, Stak. He counted his eggs before they were hatched based on your word. LP probably would have pulled up to that draft if he knew there was somewhat of uncertainty about his place within the big three, bro. It's a very, very unfortunate situation. You got LP commenting here, average 13-5 in the SEC and 18-8 in the G League, including an Exhibit 10. OG Stak, just stay on your word and don't make promises. That's all. I apologize for overreacting, but never about how I feel. Stay blessed. Those are the only comments I'm going to read. But, man, I wish LP would have handled this differently. I also wish that Stak Stak could have reached out to LP as well, being that he was the guy that reached out to LP at first to let him know that he was going to draft him. I think a phone call and letting him know that, yo, bro, we got the number 2 overall pick. And I talked to my captains, I talked to my guys, and they want the best guy in the draft.
Yeah, that's facts. Stak promised Lamar he was gonna draft him. He didn't draft him. Lamar feels some type of way, which he got every right. You gotta stand on your word, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this,
if I can get you
Lamar
somewhere to where you can get signed after being undrafted, then hey, I'll look out for you. But keep working hard, keep doing your thing. You never know what can happen next year, and maybe LP doesn't respond in this type of fashion as well. I'm not really going to cast any blame on anybody in this situation. I'm just calling it how I see it in terms of how things could have been handled differently on both parties. Shout out to both of these brothers, but I do want to ask you guys how you feel about this entire situation, and what do you think Stak could have done differently? What do you think LP could have done differently?
Because he should have kept his promise for sure.